Welcome to Running the Reflections program. My name is Kelly Howe, and I am the program's coordinator for New York State PTA. In this workshop, we will discuss why the arts are important and learn the basics of the Reflections program. What is art? There are many common definitions of art. A few include: art is any creative work of a human being, a form of expressing oneself, resides in the quality of doing. The process is not magic. An act of making something visually entertaining. An activity that manifests the beauty, the mystery, and ideal way of doing things. The most intense mode of individualism that the world has known. Discovery and development of elementary principles of nature into beautiful forms suitable for human use. The arts are important for many reasons. Working in the arts helps learners to develop creative problem-solving skills. Teaching through the arts can present difficult concepts visually, making them easier to understand. Art instruction helps children with development of motor skills, language skills, social skills, decision-making, risk-taking, and inventiveness. Visual arts teach learners about color, layout, perspective, and balance, all techniques that are necessary in presentations of academic work. Integrating art with other disciplines reaches students who might not otherwise be engaged in classwork. Art experiences boost critical thinking, teaching students to take the time to be more careful and thorough in how they observe the world. The arts provide challenges for learners at all levels. Art education connects students with their own culture as well as with the wider world. A study in 2010 found that greater art education led to fewer disciplinary infractions and higher attendance, graduation rates, and test scores. Education in the arts is an integral part of the development of each human being. Those who have studied learning processes through the ages, beginning with Plato, have emphasized the importance of the arts in the education process. Arts education refers to education in the disciplines of music, dance, theater, and visual arts. Study in the arts is integral to our society. They are part of the cultural heritage of every American. The arts are what makes us human, most complete as people. The arts cannot be learned through occasional or random exposure, any more than math or science can. Art is everywhere around us, and not just present in the museums and galleries. Art fills the creator, as well as the admirer, with joy, as it provides us with an inner calmness and happiness. Art doesn't discriminate between people and is equally special for the admirers of it. Music is also undoubtedly considered a form of art. The importance of art to mankind can be understood by looking at the fact that every one of us has either had a television set or a music system in our houses. It is music which has the power to make us feel happy when in a bad mood, pump us with motivation, or help get us through depression. Television is doing an indispensable service to mankind because television acts as the arts for the masses and surrounds our society with art. It is a common fact that every culture is associated with art. Art facilitates the preservations of culture in the form of music, painting, and movies. With the help of art, we are able to learn the past culture and heritage of societies and facilitate future generations with the same. A lot of things in society stay preserved in the form of art, which otherwise cannot be retained by any other means. Art is inspiring. Art makes people optimistic about their future. Art can be used to help spread a message of inspiration, making people achieve great things in life. Art can be a form of communication between people to focus on common issues for the betterment of humankind. Inspirational music is the best form of creative art. The Reflections program helps all students explore their own thoughts, feelings, and ideas, and develop artistic literacy, increase confidence, and find a love for learning that will help them become more successful in school and in life. Each year, a theme is given to students to use as they reflect on a common theme and use their imagination to create an original work of art. The theme for 2021-2022 is I Will Change the World by. Here are a few of the themes used in the past. As you can see, they are wide open for interpretation by students. If you have never run a reflections program, it may seem overwhelming, but don't worry, you will have help. There are several steps to complete before you begin. First, register your PTA in the National PTA Reflections Program. Second, access program materials, deadlines, and instructions on the New York State PTA Reflections Program page. Third, recruit a co-chair and committee to support you. Having a team helps. Fourth, recruit a team of experienced art judges to review the students' work. And most important, make sure your unit is in good standing. Once you have reviewed the materials, you will want to decide what categories and divisions you will offer. If you are new to reflections, you may only want to offer one or two categories. You can choose what you feel will be easiest for students. The categories are dance choreography, film production, literature, music composition, photography, and visual arts. In each category, students are divided in divisions based on grade level. Students who identify as having a disability and may receive services under IDEA or ADA, Section 504, may enter in the Special Artist Division or grade division most closely aligned to their functional ability. Once you have selected what categories and divisions you will offer, you want to spread the word. Make sure everyone knows about this great opportunity for students. You want to include the submission deadline and location, where to find rules and forms, who to contact with questions, and to save the date for the celebration event. National PTA provides general rules for each category and then breaks it down into specific rules for each category. There are limits on time, size, word count, file size, and so on. So make sure each entry follows the rules in order for it to advance if it wins. For dance, the student must be the choreographer. If outside music is used, it must be cited on the entry. Video file must be under 5 minutes and in an MP4 or AVI format. For film, the student must be the screenwriter, cinematographer, editor, and producer. Outside music may be cited on the entry form, and videos must be less than 5 minutes long. For literature, students may write in their primary language as long as an interpretive English translation is also attached. Use of copyrighted materials is prohibited. Writing must not exceed 2,000 words and may be handwritten or typed. In music composition, the student must be the composer and may also be the performer or one of the performers. Use of copyrighted material is prohibited. Audio recordings must not exceed 5 minutes in length. Accepted file formats include MP3 and WAV. Notation in PDF format is only required for middle school and high school divisions. In photography, photos must be a single print or digital image. The student must be the photographer and may use a variety of digital editing techniques. Use of copyrighted material is prohibited. The print image dimensions must be no smaller than 3 by 5 inches and no larger than 8 by 10 inches. Accepted print formats are mounted on a plain mat or poster board no larger than 11 by 14 inches. Frame prints are not accepted. In the visual arts, works of both fine and design arts are accepted. Use of copyrighted materials is prohibited. 2D artwork must be mounted on sturdy material and no larger than 24 by 30 inches with matting. Framed entries are not accepted. 3D artwork submissions must contain 3 digital images of the artwork at different angles. These images will be used for artwork identification, judging, and exhibition purposes. In New York State, the artwork must be able to completely fit within a box no larger than 20 by 20 by 24 inches. In special artists, students who identify as having a disability and may require services under IDEA or ADA may enter the special artist division or grade division most closely aligned for their functional abilities. In a few weeks, the official rules and more information will be posted to the New York State PTA website. Students can submit multiple entries. If they are moved by the theme and love creating artwork, let them express themselves. All reflection entries must be the original work of only one student. However, other people may appear in the artwork of the student, such as performing in a dance or acting in a film. Make sure the guidelines and the rules are followed. Make sure to take photos of the artwork, copies of the student entry form, and a list of entries that were sent to the region. As your entries advance, there may be questions at the region, state, or national level. Keeping a record will get these issues resolved quickly and efficiently. Your deadline will be based on your region's deadline. If you are from a unit, I would suggest 2 to 3 weeks before the region deadline in order to have the art judged and sent to the region chair. If you are from the region, I would suggest the region deadline should be 2 to 4 weeks prior to the state deadline of January 13th, 2022. If you are unsure, reach out to your region director to find out their deadline. Once you have all the entries, make sure the entry forms are complete. You will want to separate them by category and division so each judge can score the right group. Judges can be anyone with knowledge in the category. I have used middle school and high school art teachers to judge elementary work and vice versa. Some units will deliver artwork to the judges, others will hang the art at school and invite the judges for a night of scoring. Last year, many units did everything virtually. It is up to you and what will work best for your unit. When checking the entry form, it is important to make sure it is completely filled out. Units should complete the top shaded portion before handing out to students. You must make sure your unit is in good standing, meaning membership is paid, bylaws are up to date, and insurance is paid. Make sure the correct grade division and art category are selected. The artist statement should describe the artwork and how it relates to the theme. This is an important part, so make sure the student takes the time to make a good statement. After you have judged all of the entries and calculate the top students, you will need to advance them to the next level. Units can advance 2 entries from each division for each arts category. Regions advance either 3 or 6 entries depending on the region size. After you have entered the information into the portal, you will need to submit the entries to your region. Regions have different deadlines, so it is important to reach out to the region director to see when the deadline is. You want to make sure you leave enough time between your deadline and the region level in order to have them judged and submitted. Last year, entries were submitted virtually, but in previous years, the actual entries were collected in person and then region level winners were mailed to the state office to be judged in person. In order to advance entries to the region and state level, you will need to enter the information into the National PTA Student Entry Portal. The portal will be open in September, and we will be developing an FAQ and videos explaining the entry process. After you have completed all of the hard work, it is now time to celebrate all of the students' hard work. Everyone loves a good celebration, so make sure you share the students' artwork with others in the district. Have an art show, highlight on social media, it's up to you. Some units may have first, second, and third place winners. Others may do an award of excellence and several awards of merit. It's up to you and your committee to determine what is best for you. Why is student recognition important? Celebrating student learning provides an opportunity for schools and families to connect with each other and to their community. When PTAs and schools celebrate the arts together, all families feel welcomed into the school and are encouraged to take an active role in their child's learning. Research shows positive recognition and engaged families attribute to higher rates of student success. Celebration events also serve as a platform for communicating the importance of arts education in your school. Ensure school leaders, policymakers, and community leaders recognize the value of learning through the arts. September 12th through the 18th is National Arts and Education Week, and it's the perfect time to kick off your program and announce the program's theme, I Can Change the World by. Share your program kickoff activities with thousands of program leaders across the country using hashtag PTA Reflections and hashtag ArtsEdWeek on social media. October is National Arts and Humanities Month, and it is the perfect time for PTA to offer time, space, and materials for students to participate in the arts. Share your support of family art events in student clubs and visiting artists using hashtag PTA Reflections and hashtag Show Your Art. Hopefully this year we can have in-person events. National PTA has developed a great resource for all units. The Local Leaders Guide is available on the pta.org website under their Programs Reflections tab. You can also find more information on the New York State PTA website. Make sure you reach out to your region director to get the contact info for your region. The Celebration of Arts is held in the fall to celebrate the success of students across New York State. More information will be sent later in the summer. Possibilities are endless.
When I feel alone and I'm on my own, when I'm feeling lost and it's hard to see, when the world around seems upside down, I know that I can depend on me to
National PTA holds several exhibits during the year to showcase students from across the country. In January, they hold a student arts showcase and exhibit in Washington, D.C. In May, the winners of the Reflections contest are announced. And in June, they hold a celebration event and exhibit at the annual National PTA Convention. Once your program is over, here's a list of things to wrap up your program. Receive a post-program survey to share feedback and report participation totals. Thank student and parent leaders, school personnel, submission reviewers, and community businesses for their support. Return non-advancing artwork. Gather feedback from participants, attendees, volunteers, and partners. Host a debrief with your committee and share successes at PTA and school meetings. And record notes and contacts for next year's program chair. The search is on for a future Reflections theme. National PTA also holds a Reflections theme search contest each year. They look for students' original and creative theme ideas to shape the future of our Reflections program. Through their annual search process, one winning student's theme will inspire hundreds of thousands of student artists that participate in the 2023-2024 Reflections program. The winning student will also receive a $100 award in national recognition. The contest runs from October 1st through December 1st. More information will be posted on the New York State PTA website. This year, New York State PTA was excited to learn that the winning theme for 2022-2023, Show Your Voice, was submitted by Jason Yevon from Salk MacArthur PTSA in Nassau region. And now we are available for any questions you may have.